Sorry. Hello, Ozen. Accidentally had the volume slider switched and I heard myself cough, so that was a thing. Let's give it some time loading. How are you doing? I guess I can already put myself on screen because I am already talking. I'm also starting workers and resources. Glad to hear it. We have to make some decisions today where we probably should start spending more money to hopefully earn more money. We have to create more prisoners basically. And for that we need a larger population, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna get a second settlement. I might still do the the oil research. Going into that too, yeah. I probably have to do that too. I'm debating with myself getting oil, so the resource map, or just going secret police. I think secret police would maybe make our nation safer. But we'll see if we run into a crime spiral. Anyways, welcome back to Workers and Resources. We're back in our republic, our lovely Gulag run challenge, where we are trying to survive by only having prisoners make the goods that we use for export. And so far we don't have a lot. But we're producing enough to not have to import clothing, so we're making a little bit of a profit. Hello Mega Monkey, welcome. I think the goal for this episode today is to set up the settlement for our sawmill, which will also bring us closer towards the settlement for the bauxite. All of these settlements should hopefully provide some additional workers inside our prisons, because I think these settlements will not have police stations. At least that's the plan, I think. I'll have to rebuild this road. It's gonna be more of a... I guess we can put a junction here. I just have to make sure later on the train lines can go through. And yeah, we'll probably run the train line in parallel to a road connection along here. Not really planning for a massive railroad. And if we need it, at some point we can upgrade to it. So this is going to provide the connection through here, just so we have it in our mind. Road connection along the train track. It will make it difficult to put a road over the train track. I have to keep that in mind because, well, we do need a road connection over it, but it's probably still going to work okay. I might move it out a little bit, put some houses or maybe a gas station next to it. Road connection across into the sawmill setup. And a settlement around here, I think would be okay. So I think we're going to run our road along the mountainside a little bit. We'll probably have to take out a loan, which is, I guess, okay. I will probably make this corner way shallower, way tighter. But we don't really have a lot of traffic planned, so it should be fine. Okay, so I think we'll go wide here, then go back to the train track to get through this somewhat tight area. That should be okay. That seems okay. Can still make the corner look nicer if we want to, but all I care about right now is that when I plan everything, I do not forget about the road that needs to connect over this here. And this should be fine. Hello Tristan, welcome. Has the Siberia map made you have to suffer worse winter snow and transport routes than normal? Yes. The winter is 3 months longer. But if you just mean snowing, I don't think the amount of snowing has increased. I don't think that has happened. No construction of any of these yet, just to hook them up. But a settlement here. And the idea was to have the fire station on this side of the road. And I guess maybe we can plan for the heating plant on the way to the fire station. Both of them are kinda important. So probably a fire station around here. With the eventuality of a connection for coal delivery, only by truck though. There might be a storage of coal somewhere, but the delivery of resources here should only ever happen by truck. There's not going to be that much demand. But we might still need an external storage for it, so I guess I'll flip it around. But then again, the footpath connections are on the other side. And this should be okay. Water and sewage deliveries only by truck. Heating locally, electricity probably of the same transformer. I mean, we can just get a high voltage wire here. I'm thinking of just running a power line basically. We still have 4 connections here. And we are only dealing with small settlements, so Maybe a medium voltage switch and a somewhat high capacity power line along. I don't think the sawmill needs a lot of electricity, but I guess I should check that. 0.11 kilowatts of circuit breaker capacity does mean that the sawmill does not really need any power at all. I'm gonna redo this road because I want it to look somewhat more realistic, following the terrain in the landscape. So we would like use this as a guideline to make the road follow along this and then go a little bit down here, which I think makes it look okay. If we replant some trees here, it's gonna look fine. Could also cut through straight, but it might as well be a little bit nice. So that still leaves us with the rebuilding of this road section here, or we just hook it up and don't care about it right now. Train construction will still take a while. And then at that point I guess we could rebuild this when we get to it. The road itself should probably turn into gravel though. I think that is kinda a necessity. My shortcuts are misaligned a little bit. Where are you? There you are, okay. We'll build this up and get started on the construction of the fire station and run a microbus route here to make sure nothing burns down as we build it up. And then we can build the settlement, which should not really be very difficult. This settlement should only have enough people to run the fire station with like 10 people. And that's about it. That's water, that's sewage. I think electricity we're going to try and deal with medium voltage wires. It should not need that much electricity. But then again, Building a high voltage switch or medium voltage switch, is there a huge difference? 1.6 tons of steel, 0.3 tons of electronic components versus 2.5, 0.5. So it doesn't cost that much. It's slightly more expensive. The power line itself will take a little bit more like construction cost, but it doesn't need maintenance. I think we're gonna go high voltage. Massive difference. Well, steel is around 500 at most for us per ton. It's currently 360, 370, let's say 400. So this thing is 400, this thing is like 600 for steel, and then a third of electronic components. Which is another 500, so 1,000. This is half, more than half, so 700, 750-ish. Plus 369, 1,000, so 1,700. I think it's fine. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, it's still half. 2.5, 2.7. Yeah, they are about similar. I think a high voltage wire connection is going to give us more. I mean, we do have to build another transformer, so it is actually more. That is true. Yeah, medium voltage switch would be would be going with the conservation train of saving money. How much electricity are we using right now for all of our facilities? 0.3 megawatts for this settlement, and our new one is not going to be nearly as large. So even with like a 0.65 megawatt wire, we're gonna be fine. And it's gonna make it look more rural. If we use the 1.5 megawatt connection, we can have up to 3 of these. If we use this, we can have up to 4, maybe 5 of these. I will still have to run a high voltage wire along here anyway though, but at least I won't have a switch here, and then it's not going to cost me anything, so we will just run the high voltage switch along the mountainside past the past the sawmill area, and then probably have another high voltage switch on either side of the bridge. So this will allow us to have like maybe 3 more settlements, I think. 2 or 3 more settlements. We can have one here for anything if we want to. More gravel. I mean, maybe our own gravel production, so we have a construction industry that is further inside the map, but that would also cost maintenance. If the gravel price doesn't go up. Which currently it is, but if it keeps up going further, we should set up our own gravel production, so just so we save on the cost of a construction industry. And that one we could run with our own workers, or an excavator, or both. Because if we only use it domestically, then it's fine. I don't know why this one always runs into the situation of not having enough wardens. Should I build a larger kindergarten? Or another one? I feel like this should be enough. And we only have 4 people who are unemployed due to small children, it's fine. Just a lack of workforce, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use like the 1.5 megawatt wire. We don't need the largest one. This one costs half a ton of steel, 0.06 of electronic. That's less than... How much is that? That's less than a third, and it costs prefab panels and electronic components. So I think this is probably cheaper because of prefab panel instead. We can then also, once we have a high voltage switch on this side and a medium voltage connection, also bring more medium voltage capacity from this side. But yeah, I think right now we're gonna do the rural thing and... oh god, not this, come on. Train tracks, don't do this to me. We're gonna build up like some rural looking setup. Because yeah, I don't think there's gonna be much expansion necessary once it has been in place. If I have to redo the road, then the very close wire is gonna be a nuisance, that's for sure. I mean, I guess the train tracks can also be planned out. That they should be built at some point, but right now they won't be. That's fine. So, I am tempted to not give them a lot here. We need to give them, like, food. Well, I kind of want to give them enough to not drain our population, but... Construction completion of the road should coincide with the end of like winter a little bit more conveniently. But yeah, I guess kindergarten, make sure our people here are efficient. I mean, we could consider that there's going to be so few people here that a kindergarten would not really matter as much. But workers here will be relatively inefficient because of the way we are setting things up, I guess. So, should probably be like a little bit more safe about it. We need a bus stop to make sure that we can pick people up. Because the students, to get a school education, will have to visit the neighboring town. And then I guess we could also bring our own workers down here. They can't reach the sawmill from here, which is good because the sawmill has to be run by prisoners. We might set up a small prison here to run this facility for us, because I don't really intend to run prison buses from Mikayarapur down there. So a small prison with 15 people in it could run a sawmill and some logging camps, I think. This one, however, will just be planned. It's probably not going to be set up early. And the small prison, I guess, could also help with the running of the heating plant. But the sawmill, etc. are for later. They're not planned right now. Road construction along this route is necessary, but not past this, because we need the fire station, but not the rest right now. And that way workers can also walk and work inside the prison. But we'll probably give them a footpath so they walk a little bit faster. Okay, road is almost done. And we'll get our construction vehicles here. Get bare necessities. I think it's gonna be a small grocer is gonna be like... Okay, I think I'm gonna turn this warning off. We need population back. Our experimentation in this settlement was quite bad. I could get some more migrants, I guess. Third world country migrants, maybe. We don't need to rush it right now. Okay, so what will they get? Bus route? Not like very frequent, but occasionally they might catch a bus that goes to Mikaira Pool. And other than that, we saw that with a fruit kiosk they were doing okay. Should I go? No, I should just try and build up my population. I should not build for a population drain yet. The fact that this area will not have a police station will be its own crime-creating root cause. So I think they will get... I mean, we might build this up just to have more population, and then there might be unemployment and people might become cranky because of that. Or we could run our rail construction off of this too. Only food. If they want clothing, electronics, they have to get lucky to catch the bus, right? We will provide them with an alcohol kiosk, I think. If they can't catch a bus, then they can drink alcohol, I guess. Refrigerated storage, I think we should probably plan on too. How expensive is that anyway? Oh, it's 3.5 tons of steel. But I think this is cheaper than running an extra vehicle. That way our distribution office can handle this. With a 10% resource delivery. It's gonna be its own refrigerated storage here. And then opposite of that, somewhere, the alcohol kiosk. Sports facility, they have to visit the other town. They will get like an outdoor sports facility, but that's only going to be active when it's not cold. Right now would be fine, for example. Even if there's snow outside, they could still use it. But during winter they would have to take the bus. Monument. That's probably gonna be... I don't know if we need... Do we need monuments next to our industries if we use prisoners? Probably not. I also had the idea to maybe boost criminality by not running our police station right now, but we do have 33 criminals, which is more than we had last time. Oh god. Alright. I guess our orphans are slowly growing up. Sorry for not reading for a very long time, Mega Monkey. Gonna expand this town, Superior Underground, no steel cost. I was wondering why you weren't fixing that. I'm not going... No, Underground is more expensive. Underground is more expensive. I did the math last time, I told you, Underground is more expensive. Illegal not to reach yet, I guess so. So, these are the values. We know that this one is around 160-ish, 170. Steel, 177. And then 177 plus 0.063 times electronic components 1336. So that comes to around 261 rubles for those materials for the above ground wire. And the underground one, it's pretty simple. 0.13 times, what was it? 1,330 now. Plus, let's say, 15. That's cheaper now. Why is it now cheaper? Is the steel price already gone up so much? This, or is the electronic component price lower? No, it had a bump. We did the math some time ago, and did they change the values again? I want the rural village look anyway, so we are going to use above ground wires, just for that. The values always change, yeah. The approved tools show cost, that too, yeah. $786. This is cheaper. I did the math wrong. This is 300. This is now 400, so almost half the price. I did the math incorrectly, but this is cheaper. I did it right the last time. I'm blaming the temperature again. I can do that these days, so we're fine. So kindergarten, I probably 200 workers would give us enough population to know that we do get a research point from it. And I think we will have enough workers to then also run the heating plant and the fire stations. Excess workers would go to the bus stop. But ideally I want them to directly reach the facilities, so they are a little bit more efficient with that. So we'll probably have like a mixture of houses, some of them around here. Yeah, and relocate the sports playground. So, just a sports field, football playground. We can place that here, I think. It's 200 workers, that's a research point. We'll need a settlement name. I usually like dropping that next to the bus stop. Neuer Kask. Lenino de Dovo. Well, we do have our settlement name now. Am I forgetting anything? Water, sewage, heating, electricity, food, meat, alcohol, no culture, bus ride, no school, bus ride. Sports during winter is a bus ride as well. No attraction building, that is the indoor pool in the next door settlement. You're near 1963 and it's going to expand into oil and refinery. Distance between the oil pump and the refinery is 2,000 meters. Should I start with a train setup or transport oil to save money on oil pipes? It's expensive, I'm building the rail tracks anyway. Oil pipes. 2 kilometers is not that... 2 kilometers is not that difficult. You can save on half the amount of pumps though if you are if you're doing it smartly. So for example, usually you would go and set up like, okay, I need a pump here, and then I need a pump here, and so on. But what you do instead is you pump it into an oil tank, and then you pull it from the oil tank. So you always alternate between small oil tank and pump. And then you don't need electricity for this tank. You only need to worry about the electricity for these pumping stations. And that way you can save a little bit of money on your setup. with these and stretch it out quite far. But also be aware that they can catch fire, so fire station should be at hand. Sounds like a cheat code? No, it's just... it's not. If that's a cheat code, then us producing resources into like a storage is also a cheat code, because that's what that is. It's like pumping oil into a tank in front of the refinery instead of directly into the refinery. It's not really a cheat code, I would say. What did I do with the math? 1136. 12. No, I did it right. Did I? I don't know. I'm gonna close the calculator. I'm gonna let the game do the math for me next time. Gulag earning money yet? Not yet. 100 trucks on a dirt road is the way. Yeah. It's like a pig locomotive. Sometimes we're in the green, but our expenses are quite high. This month it looks pretty good though. We need another settlement to get more research points. And we also need to start building towards our bauxite mine that we have to run with prisoners. Once we get to the bauxite mine, we will need our train setup, I think. At that point, we'll have to set it up. I should also plan the maintenance construction offices. We don't need that many people in the repair station, we can save some workers here. We do repair very frequently, but we repair at a low amount of damage, so repairs should go through quickly. I think I like that idea. Fourth research point might at some point be the automatic tree replanting. I will have to spend a research point on that for sure. Oh, crime is happening. Very nice. Yeah, I also was thinking of building up another orphanage, but I don't know. I have to wait, I think. Need more workers here. Oh. Courthouses. Well, they still are managing. Oh, we have one. Okay. Crime death spiral much? Not yet. This one is going to run into being unsolved. The other ones, this one too. The other ones are being solved. It's a surprising amount of crime. Hey, I worked hard on it, alright? I'm also considering like not giving them any food anymore and barely any childcare, so there we go. If the food and clothing runs out, they will have one worker at most, and that's it. We'll see if that works. Maximum loyalty 0%. Don't notify me if goods are missing, I don't care. I might even get the truck and pull the resources out. Maybe they changed it, but it just makes them more criminal more quickly, I think. But since we're going for 100% criminality anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's a waste of workers in there. I think I need to have at least one worker in there, so that new children still arrive. I don't think they send anyone there if no one's working there, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, don't really need to turn them alcoholic, I don't think. That reduces criminality. And that just makes them miserable, because that needs like people that actually know what they're doing. And that just reduces loyalty significantly, but they are not unhappy by that. Yeah, I don't really care. Just keep them and turning them into alcohol addicts. I'm fine with that. Higher chance of causing crime, maybe. Okay, so the courthouse can keep up. The police station will have a few cases run into problems. Let's run the police station at full capacity, because we still have that option. This settlement must not run into a crime death spiral. This settlement will get a second police station if this becomes an issue. Right now, it should hopefully help us get more workers though. So I am for that, what is happening. We can run the crime death spiral for a little bit. We can ride the waves of it. It's not too bad yet. If gravel goes over 15, I will have to prioritize the our own gravel production. Right now I'm still okay with importing. It's not a constant consumption. Hello, butter chicken. Welcome. Let's make sure no one is allowed to move in until we set everything up correctly. That's the wrong power line. You even got your own emotes, Jesus. Very nice. Okay. One more export. And then the orphanage is empty of goods. There's basically one person here leaving a crate of beer in front of the orphanage every weekday, and on the weekend they get a crate of wine. Yeah, cases seem to be handled again sufficiently, but of course there's more population coming in here, so have to be careful. Every unexamined criminal case is a potential worker lost. No escapes yet though, which is good. Is the health dropping? Not yet. I don't think so. We'll check in a bit and see if there's people with like 70-60% health. I think they might just count as like having access to food in the grocer, but I don't know how that is handled. Oh yeah, no more resources in here. This is going to save us money, and this is going to give us more workers, if it works. Past days demands unsatisfied food and meat. I'll probably have to write this down as a bug report if it works. Children in orphanage survive without food. Maybe no one has tested this yet. Oh, 40%. Yeah, you got healed. I do remember them being able to get healed back to 40%, which is about the normal. That's also like about the level for students where they stay around that. Hello Zadalier. Thank you very much for the raid. And welcome everyone to a very, very dark Workers and Resources stream. Mega Monkey, use the new shout-out feature, please. Thank you. Much appreciated. How was your Workers and Resources stream? Once you tell me, I can tell you what dark deeds we are up to right now. Okay. Can we bus students 5 kilometers to a uni? Asphalt road, yes, I think so. How's the Gulag? We just started taking away tutors, food, clothing and meat from our children and see if that speeds up the process a bit. So far they're surviving. And it's gonna make things cheaper to run, but this probably has to go into the bug report bin. I don't think this is going to be intentional. It's going well. We're getting a reasonable amount of crime for 780 people. I might have to build up a second police station to make sure this runs well. Right now it's struggling and trying to keep up, which it barely is doing. As soon as people get locked up, they are going to be in prison for 25 years on average. That should be fine. Early profit already. No inhabitants. Okay. Interesting. How would one make profit in the 1900s without workers? Please enlighten me. Okay. This road is going to pick up workers from here. I guess we'll only use one, so it constantly runs. We might have to set up an end station on the way there, but I'm not gonna sweat about that just yet. And it's gonna head over to the bus stop, and we'll tell them to always go to the fire station, but right now I guess we have to send them to the fire station directly. Later on we'll send them to the bus stop, and then also on the way back pick up students. Jungle biome allows you to do farming all year round. Ah, okay, farming. So you already have farming mechanisms in the 1900s? Isn't that a bit early? Not importing fuel because horses. Ah, okay, so... Well, technically, crops are the fuel for the horses, are they not? We are barely not making a profit. Right now we're spending a lot of money on imports. I was building another settlement because I felt like we weren't getting enough prisoners, but looking at the police station... I don't know. It could be better. We need more. Farming horses. Ah. So tractor, horse pull plow shards and stuff like that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. For people who came with the raid, I'm the Sprite Shirt. I also play Workers and Resources right now. As you might be able to tell, we are currently doing a Prison Siberia challenge run. Prisoner Siberia Gulag run. The goal of this run is to only be allowed to export items to the border that have been manufactured by prison labor exclusively. If they can be manufactured with labor, it has to be prison labor. So gravel, for example, a quarried stone gravel quarry, we would have to run with prisoners instead of with an excavator if we wanted to export that resource. For our logging camps, we have set up prison bus routes that go over here and drop off some prisoners into the logging camps, and they cut down the trees, the trucks bring them over, and we export them to the border. So this is our first income. Second income is trying to run a clothing factory with prisoners, but we don't have enough workers yet. This should increase our profitability as our population grows, hopefully. But it is a slog trying to fill up the prison with more workers. I don't think health is going down. Still seems okay. Prison harder, dang it. I can't prison harder. We're already prisoning as hard as we can. I mean, I guess we could yeah, we need to prison harder. We're getting really low chances of solving these cases, so a lot of people are not getting punished, I guess. I probably have to set up the second police station. I was going to take workers away from the prison. Need to police harder, yeah. That seems to be the case. "65, 66 life expectancy is okay. It could be better, but we'll throw in a research for pollution reduction and vitamins at some point. That way I can build the housing closer to the heating plant and not worry too much about it. Okay, so our prisons are working okay, courthouse is working okay, it's just a police station. This needs to be made safe. The large police station is too expensive, so I'll build another small one. The maintenance of these police stations can get quite expensive, especially for us, where we have to be a little bit more careful with our money right now. I think I'll build it here. No free excavator right now. Yeah, I didn't think about that the chance of solving crime in our main settlement needs to be as high as possible, otherwise we're losing the chance to prosecute them. That will do. Yeah, definitely need to police harder. Force cuts to their down is to avoid using gravel roads if a mud road is available, and then it rains every other day. So they would drive faster than when it rains, but yeah, yeah, okay. Slightly irritating, I guess. Going to the courthouse with such low statute of limitation time left is risky, but our courthouse works efficiently. So if someone gets caught, and we do get a solved crime, then they will be prosecuted. 5% criminality, you're gonna be behind bars for the rest of your life, it looks like. We did have some experience with building settlement-like structures. This feels like it's going to be much smaller settlements than that. As per the low-tech rule, where I restrict myself on doing research, I have to build at least settlements of 200 population size, not workers necessarily, but population. So if the settlement shows up in this list with at least 200 population, we would get a research point for it. Unless it's a district of an existing settlement. I need to buy fire trucks. And we'll go for the cheap truck option, W50 fire truck. Hello Rubber Duck, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everyone. Hope you had a lovely stream. We are on the dark side of workers and resources today. No rubber emote? There must be a rubber emote. Any rubber? No. You're lucky this time. Welcome Raiders, I'm Das Brightshort. I stream in English, as you might have guessed. If you've seen Rubber Duck play, you know what workers and resources is. We're doing the Siberia Gulag challenge, where I'm only allowed to export things that have been made with prison labor. Hello Gummi. Schönen Abend. Guten Abend. Hello Rainer. Welcome. Right now we're trying to work on our second settlement, because I need a research point and I need more people. We don't have enough criminals. Hello Marcelino. Does it work like you've planned? Kinda. I need another police station. This police station is able to handle the crimes, mostly. But we're losing a lot of people already, and yeah, this will spit out a warning soon. It's not working as planned yet. We need more workers inside the clothing factory. We need to optimize our route from the well-staffed and stocked orphanage that has no food, clothing or meat. One tutor. We need to speed things up and get them from here into here. We need to get the children into the prisons. Right now I'm planning on building another police station, which is quite important, so they should finish building this before the other settlement. I also need a free gas station at the other settlement, otherwise my fire trucks might not be able to refuel. I might also have to plan at some point getting distribution offices set up, but right now we don't need it. Half the workers will be police officers and prison wardens. That of course doesn't include the non-voluntary labor. Yes. We do have to give our children the ability to visit the school. I did test it, and people without a basic education can't work inside the prison. So everyone is able to go to school from the orphanage now. Yep, we need to fix this. Way too low of a chance to solve these crimes. We need to get all of them resolved. Still losing money, but we're building. Alright. See you later, Rubber Duck. Thank you again for the raid. The poor kid that was the guinea pig actually got to educate later on in life? No, they were in prison and couldn't do anything, so then everyone else was allowed to educate themselves. It looks like the person already served their sentence, so they're like 60 now, I think. They probably got educated after leaving prison, because we don't have any unemployment due to low education. Either that, or they left the Republic after getting released from prison. That could also be an option. I'm wondering if I should set up a very, very basic logging operation from the west so I can get some US dollars, because I can set it up in a very cheap way where I might not even care about if it burns down. But then the vehicles would need maintenance. No, I don't think that works. I need to slowly build over there. If I do logging in on the western border, I also have to set up a basic area over there. And then I would need ambulances from the east to make their way over that way, because they can't be purchased on a western border. %10 in the refrigerated storage, only food directly to the grocer. There's no electricity here right now though, but it'll be here soon. So yeah, that's what we've been up to. Slowly building up a republic built upon misery. And so far it's working. We're still losing money, but we're trying to tackle that with our newfound knowledge. Yeah, I guess at some point we'll need a technical service here. Cheaper W50 trucks will do. We'll set up a garbage transfer. And the technical service will deliver its waste into the garbage transfer. And we'll have one distribution office, or one technical service I mean, with large waste trucks handling the heating plant, which we already have the technical service for it. I just have to find it. That's not it. This one. No. Where is it? It must be here somewhere. Oh, there. No, that's just distribution. I'll go get the map overlay instead of trying to find it. Technical services. Oh, it's right next to it. Okay. So this one is then supposed to also handle the waste inside this settlement, going to the heating plant every now and then, picking up a large garbage container. I guess I do need a clinic here too, now that I think about it. I could also ignore it. The ambulance can't quite make it. I'll give them a clinic. I will make that investment. That is fine. But yeah, very slow paced start. Not a lot we can do about research. We're still resources like for export. We're still trying to figure our way around the limitations to make sure we can do something profitable. Well, our money is slowly ticking down, but we do have loans available, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now I'm imagining there's a monstering type of organization harvesting misery to run the nation. Yes. This is our misery plant. This is creating all of the electricity in the area. Alright. Police station number 2 going to be set up shortly. I'll probably just relocate one police car over. For now. Okay. Less than 90 work days of construction, and then we'll have our second police station running. This looks very disorganized and disheveled, but that's kind of the point. Should be close enough for heating as well. It is going to be our furthest building from the heating plant, I think. I haven't had a crime death spiral before, like getting to 1,000 citizens. That is a new one. That's a pretty good one though. That is quite cool. No waste storage. We'll set something up, something small. That is fine. Police car at the alcohol kiosk. First case. You let me know if anything still runs over capacity, and well at that point I don't know what to do. I don't want to have 3 police stations here. We then, if it still happens, might have to relieve some pressure on the orphanage, I guess. Building road bridges over train tracks, so you need 12 or 50 meters. I think you need 9 meters. 3 clicks on the height should do it. And unless you use a beam bridge, the beam bridge needs one click higher. But if it... train height does not matter. If it lets you build over it, the trains are fine with it. So you can't block trains the same way you can block ships. Okay. Makes sense. Let's get more police cars. These are going to be important once things have settled down, because our new area, our new settlement, is not going to get a police station. This will be a crime-infested haven at some point. And this should provide a lot of criminals to our nation. I am considering setting up a building here where I am toggling the "don't allow anyone to move in" flag, because I think criminals do not care for that. I think criminals just move in regardless, as long as the building is livable. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I would try it. Oh yeah, otherwise seems okay. Probably going to relocate the other technical service further down. I will probably set up the proper ones. We need one that takes over the water, sewage and small garbage trucks, and one that takes over the large garbage truck plus snowplows duties. And I want to separate out my small and large garbage trucks to make them more efficient. The large garbage trucks will go directly to the customs house because they are always full when they move. But the small garbage trucks will be told to unload at an intermediary stop like this one, where everything is collected into a garbage truck before it moves to the border. Which means we need way fewer small garbage trucks than normal, because they don't have to travel as far to the border and get stuck at the customs house. I wonder if they could implement smooth camera controls with a gamepad. But that is a pretty big can to open up. And I need my construction officers. So I think the technical service for the large waste, it also has to handle the sawmill. But I think I'll set one up on this side and see if we need another one in the future. I don't think so. But two small ones basically is what I want. For the reason that I mentioned. That should free up our free technical services. Distribution offices we have no plan on yet. I have to figure something out. Placing these in the future with the smaller IFA W50 is going to be sensible, I think. At some point there will be an asphalt road going down this way, but not right now. Don't need it yet. I have a lot of workers in the fire station, which is good. I think I'll bring them to the bus stop now. And might even let them go into other facilities to work there. Like, help build them up, I guess. But only those that I assign manually, I guess. So always fire station, and then this building. The alcohol kiosk, I guess, is fine, and then we'll see water and sewage. We can probably move people in here during winter even, if we need, if we have to, like if we want to, I guess. I think. Do I also want to use a large dump truck for delivering coal to it? It basically adds a lot of extra storage on the while moving on the road. It makes the loading at the customs house more efficient because you load more per moving in and out of the customs house. But the vehicles are very expensive. These ones are the good all-round vehicle because they carry a lot of material while being twice as fast. But they are inefficient because of how long they move in and out of a customs house, how slowly they move in and out of a customs house for how little they are loading. So maybe I should set up like an external coal storage that I use the distribution office for to fill it up and then have the trucks load at the storage. But right now that seems like overkill. I'm gonna switch to a more calm soundtrack. Give me a minute. I'm going back to our chill synthwave soundtrack. I like the one we had, but it was maybe a bit much. So, still Caucasy, but ye old faithful. Sorry, Mega Monkey, but we heard it. We listened to it for 1.5 hours, so we can mix it up a little bit, I think. It's got the siren song that you like, the siren bit. Tram-centric society? Unlikely. Not. That is not part of this run. This is going to be village run through and through. Okay, I guess we could move people in now. We have coal for heating. I should set up a dedicated vehicle for it. I don't trust it. We do have one spare dump truck. That one can go back. That W50 dump truck would be ridiculous as an option. 3 tons, that's... If you use this W50 dump truck and you complain about traffic jams at the border, I have news for you. Not a good choice. You're throwing coconuts at me? Ow. Why? Why me? So we'll probably have the technical service here for the small waste trucks and 2 snowplows. We'll see if everything runs and then set it up, I guess. Mixed waste goes in here. This is only mixed waste. And then I need a large waste storage for the hazardous waste, which a large garbage truck will go and pick up, but it's not going to be in a technical service locally. No, wait. I should use a small storage like I did here, right? What did I do here? I used a large one. Never mind. I'm using a large one. We need a large garbage truck here anyway. So many nice Western train cars that we won't be able to get for a while. Well, what can we do? We got alcohol, we got food, we got meat. We got our bus route set up, which I guess now I can turn also on to pick up people from here and bring them back. Line spacing is enabled. You will load anyone from this bus stop that is not an educated worker. Passengers, any student, even highly educated workers. That will be a lot of students. We're already at capacity pretty much. Let's try without for now. Just a school education. And then you drop them off in here. So workers one way currently. That won't be necessary once people start living here, and then just passengers on the way back. Hello, Lee Hawkins. Photo, welcome. Oh my god. Second police station, also dealing with a little bit of crime now, are we? But investigation is running okay-ish. This map looks crazy hard. It is nice. It's really rough terrain. I like it. If we weren't using the challenge, it would be a lot more comfortable, but only being able to export things that have been made with prison labor is kind of is a challenge. So far we haven't made a sustainable profit yet. It's cold. It is. Right now it's not cold yet. It gets to minus 45 and it gets very cold. How's the wood price? Not great. Yeah, it's getting up. It's going up a little bit. Oil prices. Oil prices we don't need to research that, that's fine. That one is just killing itself. Iron price is low. Backdrop price slowly going up. Coal price creeping up a little bit, but not much. Yeah, that's about it. Hello Hailstorm, welcome. 50-60 rubles and $50-60, yeah. It would be nice to have it on this map for sure, because logging industry is really easy to set up with prisoners. One prisoner in a logging camp and they cut down so many trees. Works well enough. Oh, this one should be set to one worker. And I guess this one we can now activate. Yep. I'm going to run into the issue of not having enough capacity to export everything, which is already happening. We're starting to pile up wood. We need the train. We need the train. How far should the heating plant so they can still walk to it and don't get pollution issues? They need to be within 200 meters of a heat source, which you can use the heat exchangers for. These people are getting health issues. They're at 65 life expectancy. But I'm okay with that, I guess. So, realistically, you could have it... Oh, game crash. You could have it in walking distance of 400 meters and then bring the heating over to them with heat exchangers. I just didn't want to do that because it felt expensive building the heating pipes. Not sure why the game crashed. I just thought about trains and it decided to go. 5 minutes ago. Okay. Alright. Did I do anything in that time? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I did something. One worker here. Only one worker here as well. And buying the trucks. Happiness is low, yes. Mostly because our children are growing up raging alcoholics. Maybe we do need the tutors here. Or maybe currently no one... let's keep it running. 100% criminality, 100% alcohol addiction. On this map you need it at 200 meters-ish. Because otherwise it gets too cold. So the police station might be an example on that. It's minus 15 degrees right now. It's not too cold yet. But it's at the edge basically. Heating I guess is like calculated in a square. So... it still counts as 200 meters probably. But yeah, once it drops to like minus 40 degrees, the temperature inside the building is gonna drop. And then we'll see. So I'm calculating with around 200 meters around the heat source. And I just try to save on money. Definitely want to make sure criminality is negative on orphanages. No, I'm trying to put our children to work inside the clothing factory. The goal is to run our industries with prison labor, because then we are allowed to export it. And right now I need to make money, because we're slowly losing it. We need to make the prison pipeline as efficiently as possible. This is still taking on a lot of crime investigations. Are 2 police stations not enough? I don't believe it. Come on. I think it's just people not being locked up for a while and having caused a lot of crime. We have a labor shortage. When prisoners drive through the customs to sell goods, they don't come back for some reason. Yeah. We don't let them drive alone anymore. They have to take a buddy with them. A prison buddy. Escapes have doubled since then, so it's not going well. Let's start heating up the area, I think. Send some workers into the heating plant too. Yeah, we need to make the prison efficient. It's very inefficient right now. Ah, we had an escape. That happens. I didn't have an escape last year, which is good. But it also means we have very few people inside the prison, I guess. I do start complaining about spirituality a lot these days. And I guess this housing block also doesn't really have a monument next to it. But the large one should have it in range, yeah. Okay. Okay, population number is stagnating because of the low happiness. Birth rate is still higher than death and escape rate together. But I assume our birth rate is quite low. Yes. I will have to build them an attraction building. I'm going to go with an auto scooter. And we'll build it in range of everyone, somewhere in the city. I thought it would be thematic having it right next to the repair station, but I guess we can still reach it from everyone, I just have to build another footpath. Yeah, sure, why not? You just can't reach it if they have to walk along the road, I guess. Gotta be careful not to hook up the clothing factory, otherwise our clothing is spoiled and we can't export it anymore. Can't risk it. No, every house is in range, so that's fine. Hopefully that'll get the spirits up a little bit. Sad people just consume more booze. Well, it doesn't make them happy right now. They only have one alcohol kiosk to drink alcohol on. Okay, I think we're ready to move people in, basically. Well, once the clinic is up, I guess. Let's wait for the clinic. I want to take a truck ride to the settlement if possible. Next truck or bus turning in. We'll drive with it. Hopefully not a super slow one. Okay. There's wood underneath that road. Okay, that's really slow. Man, those power lines are really close together, those pillars. That looks very dystopian. Perfect. Minus 30 degrees now. Let's see. Let's check the temperature inside the police station. It's around 20. 19. So if it gets to minus 45, this building will have some issues, but hopefully not too badly. It does also consume extra heating that way, trying to keep the interior temperature up to comfortable levels. Oh yeah, this one we can also bulldoze. Do fire stations need heat? I don't remember that. There's one fire station that does not need heat. The default ones do. They have a connection line between the heating plant and the fire station, but the smallest one does not. Two police stations are not enough. Jesus. Shut down the orphanage. We have to get crime under control again. Do people run away from the Republic if they work in the fire station without heat? They take health damage, and depending on what happens after they take health damage, they either die or run away, probably. But not immediately. If they get good health care, they can also like survive and just keep on working, but they'll probably become unhappy. I don't think we're gonna do a $9 billion industry run here, so unlikely. The goal is to get to 20,000 citizens, if we can manage, while having a year of profit. If at the end of the year we have, like, once we get to 20,000 people, we need to reach the next year, and we need to start and end the year at 20,000 people, not dip below it, and have the year be profitable. That's basically the goal. We should focus on smaller crimes because they're easier to investigate. If there are smaller crimes available, just lock people up for the smaller crimes before we take care of the large crimes, I guess. is going to lock up to 5 people who won't be able to commit a crime again. Well, I guess it will send them to the courthouse, but the courthouse should work fast enough, I think. Yeah, minor crime can be handled. We'll try and solve it that way. Not all of the cases will, of course, go to the courthouse, because they only have a specific chance to actually be successfully investigated. And that chance goes down the longer the case is being investigated. With the new influx of cases, I think having more workers in the courthouse is also a good idea. But yeah, no more orphans for now. Orphans are a really good source of criminals. But it looks like we need to get it like resolved first. So, booze is maybe not the right setting. Yeah, super criminals is maybe not the best choice. Come on, solve some cases, please. Second research point. I'm thinking secret police. Yeah, this might replace the orphanage. I don't think this will create as much criminals as the orphanage. If we build up more houses in the area, then the orphanage might be just a regular place to keep our population growth going. But I think the orphanage for criminals is quite powerful, so we have to be careful with it. We don't have the population yet to make that sustainable. It's just overwhelming us, basically. And the logging sites are full now, so sending more trucks to the customs house is not going to resolve that at all. It basically needs a train. So we could bring the resources from here into this storage and connect this one to a small train station to send it to the customs house back and forth. Start with a shunting train, then slowly build off of that. Someone heard me. Road connection. Yeah. Should be fine. We'll have to move all of the construction offices out of the way, set up a rail construction office and build a train track from here to the loading station. We'll have to build a depot, we'll have to build a gas station. Depot and gas station, we could consider setting up next to it. I am planning on building a rail loop, not just go into the station and back out, but like a train loop around. And then I guess on the loop we could have the gas station. The other idea is maybe integrating the gas station into the customs house. That seems quite awkward. Okay, first one, water, sewage and mixed waste to the no, not mixed waste to the customs house, mixed waste to the storage, which means our water, sewage truck and small garbage trucks can make their way over here now. 1 kilometer is fine. Large garbage truck for mixed and hazardous waste, which it will send directly to the border, and the snow plows will make their way over here, freeing up a bunch of buildings. Free buildings for us. Do not plow mud roads. Snow plows can do 2 kilometers. And you have to make your way over here now. So the small garbage trucks deliver to this station, the large garbage trucks directly to the border, because they will always be full when they pick up waste. They don't do half loads. Get this footpath done, please. Thank you. Okay, I guess we're planning on building a train now. Long depot might be a bit early for that. But then again, building 2 depots, how expensive is this? It's less than half as expensive, double as expensive, so we should be okay using it. Our depot should be in range of a repair station. That seems sensible. Yeah, I think that's okay. Need a gas station. Planning for at most I think 300-meter long trains right now. We have to retrofit at some point. We'll do it. Train track comes along here, past the logging camp, down this way. Oh no, we just... No, we can't cut across. We can cut across. Then we're gonna cut through here. Should be okay, I think. This might be too short for a signal. Yep. Can't do that. I would like to have a signal in between. Still? No, I guess the snapping points are too close. Oh well. This should be long enough for a signal, but it doesn't want it. So build it here. We'll redo the train tracks a little bit wobbly. No one is going to notice. I think I'd rather run over this road than through here. This is, yeah, it probably looks better. We only really need one train track, but since this is going to be a refueling station, so this is like, the incoming track is basically the parking area for trains to also leave. So this, I guess, will be double tracked at some point. Customs house. $116 meters, we need another 185 meters on top of that, or I can just drag it out this way. 300 meters. Take out this junction, or we use a curved train track. I have to move the construction offices vehicles into their respective buildings. I'll also set one up here. They can maintain each other. They're going to be within each other's range. That should be fine. Just have to make sure that they all have like a complement of vehicles to do all of the tasks. Okay. Hazardous waste storage. And ambulance, please. As soon as we have stabilized our happiness and our population again, at that point we would, once the settlement is full and we have some 21-year-olds waiting, we'll probably open up the migration into the second settlement and relocate some people over there as well to stabilize it. Right now I'm still eyeballing the police stations because they have an issue. Yeah. Trying to clean up this area now, which is our construction office vehicles. Planning a rail yard with like 9 parking spaces. It's going to be 6 parking spaces for longer trains, and then the right side's going to be for smaller trains. I like that configuration a lot. The right side is basically going to be the location where we can go and pick up train cars. That was quite useful. Now, one thing we need to be aware of is that if trains refuel, they will stand here for a bit. So they should not, it should not be longer than going onto this road. So this is like our limit. And then there can be a switch here to allow them to enter either of these 2 lines and leave. The entrance into the depot is going to be set up with signals. One line enters, one line leaves. But the gas station is like, you can run into both lines, that's fine. I guess I could, in the same way, and have like both lines of the train station, the depot also set up that way. But I like having them split up because that way there's always one line open that allows vehicles to enter. Otherwise, if both of them try to leave and another train tries to enter, they might block each other. Which could become a problem, basically. So right now we're setting up 2 construction offices to relocate our construction office vehicles. The demolition office we can just relocate to the other side of the road. We will need that one because we are planning on demolishing this road and moving the junction down a little bit. Probably bringing it down this way and then having the train station go up here and then turn with the elevation onto the train track that we have planned out this way. And then we'll have to connect it to our first train stop, and hopefully we'll be able to export tons of wood. Our wood trucks then also don't have to go to the border anymore, which will relieve the traffic jams that we're facing. So that's the goal we're having right now. And maybe with those wood exports we can start earning some money. Where will you place cargo station? Cargo station is here. Single line, one train loading the wood, exporting, and the trucks will pick up the wood from here and deliver it to the station. There's not going to be 2 cargo stations, there's only going to be 1 for this area. And in the future we can go to the station, pick up the wood and transport it to the sawmill if we want to. We're underbuilding this, and if we need to upgrade, we need to upgrade, but I don't want to set up like a full-on system right now. I want it to look rural and like minimalist. How much wood could a wood truck truck if a wood truck could truck wood? Depends on the truck. For this one, it's 9.6 tons, but we do have ones with 13 tons of capacity. I hope that answers your question. Sawmill worth it? I hope so. They're easy to run, don't require a lot of workers because they have a lot of throughput. You just need to be able to deliver a lot of resources to it. And it depends on the wood price. In our case, the wood price seems to be going alright. The oil price is terrible. But that also means that our fuel costs are quite low. Well, might as well get a diesel locomotive already, I guess. The price is only going up, I guess. Availability, diesel locomotive. 67 in 2 years. I mean that, yeah, we can probably wait for the first red pig locomotive. If we can run it earlier, then might as well, but I can wait 2 years to purchase one. Solve some cases, please, thank you. Put people behind bars. "33 prisoners, not bad. I might get some migrants. Stabilize the workforce, get some people with high loyalty and happiness in so they work more efficiently inside the police stations. Because their productivity is quite low, 63 right now. In the village run they were worth almost nothing. Exactly, yeah. We're lucking out. It might be related to the Siberia map, I'm not 100% sure. We do have to go over this road as well, which is fine. But that should be the last crossing before we hook up into this. Just for planning, we realistically only want to build this connection. I do need the loop through. I need to enter the station from the back, because we potentially will have 300 meter long trains, I guess. Come on, go through this case, it's 2%. Small cases are fine. These are so close. I don't want to cancel any of them, but I should. Let's cancel these two. Finish the ones that are currently in the system, in the queue. Get some people sentenced. Increase the capacity of our court. And hope that we get some more people in prison. They weren't close to limitation, but the other ones are close to finishing. So I cancelled some that they would have to spend a lot of time on finishing to finish these ones. So they focus on the older cases instead of the newer ones and the smaller cases. So I want to finish these two and then these 3 weak ones, because they are much easier to run through than the serious crime cases. If I cancel these ones, I would have lost all of that effort. And I want to at least have like a 35% chance of maybe finishing the case instead of hoping that the other ones will finish. So we're gonna cancel every serious crime case that comes in new. I think even for this one. They've like aborted this one pretty much. I'm also cancelling that one. There's a system to the madness. Yep, pretty bad. Ideally, we would have a system where not a lot of serious crimes come in, but a lot of medium and minor crimes. And I think the orphanage is just if we do what we did the last 2 episodes, it will be a source of very high, very serious criminals. That is not good for our police system. Very serious criminals, they have no sense of humor. Yes, I lost my train of thought there. I knew what I wanted to say, but I didn't know how to say it. Gulag on every corner. We need like a Gulag kiosk. We need a kiosk for prisoners. Yeah, I cancelled some cases here. What of it? Why are there no judges in here? Still have 24%. I guess we're gonna get some more highly educated people. Success. Rent a prison today. We need a prison of this size. A village prison, basically. A jail. Alright, come on, courthouse, don't fail me now. We got fresh migrants with high loyalty. Somewhere, sometimes. We have to get these criminals apprehended. I was thinking of building another orphanage, but that was too much crime. We need to have a large city that just locks them up as soon as they move in, basically. A village is like, it's too deadly. It's too deadly for a village. Do I cancel that one? Yes, I want to run through these cases first. Ah, these ones are like not being worked on right now. We must take our prisoners to prison to imprison them. Super happy courthouse town, yes. Oversized police force in case some criminals sneak in with like an escape wave, just so that the police can catch them very quickly and efficiently. And a courthouse that deals with everything very swiftly. And then a party HQ for research and university education with a required minimum loyalty. The party officials town with courthouses, secret police and electronics. Kind of, yes. And then we can shut off the electronics for this area. First construction office is ready. Gonna move one vehicle in of each type to set it up. And we'll assign it bus stop. Wood, brick, board, gravel from here, I guess. Mechanical and electronic components, I guess you can pick up from the repair station. And asphalt, concrete from the border, and steel, I guess, from the last storage that I forgot. We're missing our bus in here. And a road crane. Which will relocate as soon as they are not doing anything. Right now, I'll avoid it. Reconstruction should happen at 30%. If I do machine replacement earlier, is it cheaper too? I feel like I should. Let's try reconstruction at 20% and maintain our buildings a little bit earlier. Not letting them wear down too much. Downside with this is it might have triggered a lot of flats for reconstruction. And they should be prioritized because the people in those flats get very cranky during maintenance. And our population isn't that happy right now. 2 cases left in this police station, very nice. This one has 2 cases. Well, most of the cases are almost like through. And then hopefully they will have figured things out. We solved this by shutting down the orphanage, the source of the crime basically. 37 prisoners. An orphanage will be a good source of crime as soon as our population is large enough to like be able to deal with it. Right now it isn't really. Courthouse is still fine. I guess these train tracks were intended to go this way. Not sure if I can make this connection happen. This junction goes away. Maybe I'll just leave everything as is and just try and fit the train tracks in here. That's probably doable. So we'll have to be at the very least here before we have our switch, and then the trains can move in, so it's not gonna be that easy. Unless of course I move the construction office out of the way, which would be silly. Okay, maybe people are cranky because they have reduced efficiency working in the grocer, not everyone gets food. That could also be the reason. Reconstruction and lots of cranky people. And they're not able to restock the meat, basically. Then everyone's going to go away and then the meat is going to be restocked. That is a very long queue. This building doesn't have a queue though. At least I don't see one. That might have been the reason of the crankiness, I guess. Or it might just be a symptom. We'll see. We have solved crime once again. Finally. Took a lot of unexamined cases, but up to 37 prisoners. Cannot store or export clothing. Okay. Are there still fabric deliveries here otherwise? No. Okay, do that export, but only unload clothing. Oh yeah, It's already set up that way, okay. In the store you're also supposed to only unload clothing. Alright, more dump trucks. One of them can be relocated to this construction office. I should put the minimum vehicles there first. One bus, one road crane. I think they're doing maintenance right now. I'm not gonna mess with things. Okay, happiness is still going down. The grocer is undergoing maintenance at a time where things are quite bad to do that. Should have probably not changed the maintenance setting during winter. Well, it's not winter, it was February, I guess, maybe even March already. But yeah, focus on the maintenance of the grocer if you can. After the residential buildings. Only a few resources, a few workers. Yeah, if the queue is longer than the people inside the building, there's a significant issue. Alright. Maintenance should hopefully not take too long, but then again, the people doing the maintenance have very low productivity. But hopefully they'll get it done soon. As soon as the queue is gone, they are going to restock some meat, and then it's going to be a flood of shoppers again. No forklifts. Yes, no forklifts. That would be silly for such a small settlement. There we go, road crane has arrived. Excellent. Now we don't have the reduced efficiency anymore from the building undergoing maintenance, so they will hopefully be able to deal again with the queue. Meat will be restocked as soon as the queue is gone. There we go, that's restocking meat, and then there will be a flood of shoppers arriving here trying to buy the meat. That's gonna like go back and forth a bit. But yeah, as long as the queue is shorter than the amount of shoppers, we should be fine. So hopefully this is now resolved. And we will be maintaining our buildings sooner, so the maintenance takes less time. The maintenance of the grocer only took 15 workdays, and it was able to use a road crane. So I think this is probably a good choice. Two dump trucks. Do we have to relocate them out of the way? I guess they can go into the other construction office for now. Until I find a permanent home for them. Same for the concrete mixers. And that clears up the area except for the demolition office, which I'll just move here. $150 for short trains. About here. So signal. Incoming trains. And then outgoing trains. And then however many train tracks I want to have for long trains. I don't know. I mean, these ones we wouldn't be building yet. Probably just 2 per train line. It's gonna be 300-meter long trains, and anything larger might look a little bit silly on this kind of map. Sure. Something like that. Probably make this turn a little bit shallower so it looks nicer. And the one on the right side too. So I want to take down the road connection. Railroad's gonna go through here. Single train line. I have to remember, single train track, no double track. Maybe I just leave the roads as they are and just sneak it through here. Snake it through here. There's enough room for a passing lane here, if we need one, for the future. The important bit is going to be hooking up this loading station. This would be the return track, and the incoming track would go up the hill from either side. I mean, the return track could also hook up the same way. That's not long enough for 300 meters. But it doesn't have to be right now. We just need to get it hooked up and transporting some lumber for us. So we'll probably plan it for a shorter rail connection and then retrofit a long one after. So now we need to make the connection from here down to the train station and hook this one up as well. A little bit worried about the refueling station. No waiting lines here. Also this is such a mess. That would be the new road connection, replacing this one. This would make room for the train track after going over this road to then have like free rein here. And then I guess this rail line would cross over here and we would try and figure out the junction on that end. Rail construction office would be probably somewhere up here. The closer it is to the customs house, the earlier we're gonna get our EDK though. So I guess we're gonna build it here. It's gonna be a single train track construction, it's fine. It can do a lot of janky stuff in the beginning. Ideally, we would have electricity on it without having to build something else, but I guess we can build an electric substation and then yeah, why not? It's easy to set up and tear down again, it's fine. This is too close together. Okay. One more measurement. Just planning for the signals right now, just so I have them in mind too. I know they're not going to work with the rail construction the way they are set up right now, but I want to plan this a little bit. This is hopefully going to work. Barely, yeah. Incoming train track. This one can basically merge together, so we have one short train that can wait here. One train that can be inside the station, unloading, and then the area for the train to leave is this one. And then I guess this merges back into the rail line over here. After the junction. After the... This is a customs house planned for long pig locomotives, I guess. And then this one would go up here. Just so we have, so we can run our train right now. The ultimate in performance, hopefully. Okay, this road is almost done. Once it is, we'll get rid of this one, lay our track, and then hopefully start with exports soon. I want to run the train. I want to get the EDK involved before we do major track work. This is counter to what I said when I said we won't overbuild from the beginning, but I kind of need this planned out. Otherwise I have to tear it down and set it back up. Which I guess is the point, but for the customs house I don't want to do it. This rail line has to go through here and I guess just merge into the train track as well. We'll have to rework it at some point. We'll have to pause exports, rework it, and then it's fine. Yeah, I should do that for the customs house as well. I mean, I'm only going to build like the single line. The other ones are going to not be necessary. Wait. Do I plan with longer trains in the beginning? No. We're going to set up a 150 meter long train that we will upgrade to 300 meters. But let's stay somewhat sensible for now. The good thing about the logging camp is that it will go up the hill empty and then go down the hill full. So it will hopefully pick up speed quite quickly. We'll build one train track into this depot. And we'll use our own planks at some point for construction. Can't do that yet because the sawmill isn't up. But I guess we will have our rail construction office delivered to by our sawmill. By train, maybe? Small storage next to the rail construction office for plank deliveries. We need planks and steel we don't have a plan for production yet. Domestic production we could set up, but a large steel mill domestic production would be overkill. Happiness is back at 50, very nice. Population went down again. Let's get some more migrants. Yeah, let's not toy with crime efficiency too much yet. We have logging that might be profitable, but once our population starts growing, the price for food and alcohol and all of the other resources starts going up, we'll have to figure out a way to keep... We'll either have to figure out a way to keep export profits high, or we have to figure out a way to go for domestic production. Self-sufficiency, basically. Come on, courthouse, do your thing. I'll give you all the workers you need. Yeah, just a single track, I guess, for now. Is there another customs house nearby? Not really. Reworking our rail line to the customs house could be dangerous. But it's fine. Okay, this is done. Take out this road now. Got out from under the tundra snow, yes. Survived another winter. It's a lot of gravel. To flatten the terrain, but this connection should probably work. Organic waste, once it's already combined with other waste, you can't really deal with, so you have to incinerate it. They will not go and sort out for organic waste in your waste pile. Once it's in there, you have to incinerate it, basically. Oh, gravel price. Gravel price. At 15 we'll become active and make our own gravel production, I think. Gravel is not going to be easy to produce for export for us, but we have to deal with the domestic demand. Okay. 3 more pickups, and the construction waste is gone too. And we'll set up the loop, the connection. It's more like a turnaround, but... And then yeah, I guess this is up here is fixed. I hope it will work. Go through our massive list of construction offices real quick. See if we got the single one that was assigned to that gravel storage. I don't think there was any other one assigned to it. No. That'll do as a junction, I think. We'll set that up. That won't do as a junction, because, well, for a 150 meter long train it will do. Almost. Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah, it's fine. We'll set it up. It looked quite nice, I think. There will only be one train running for a while. And then after that, the train line would feed in from the back. So the area in front of it can be short. We'll need this disassembled track builder that we then bring into the rail construction office. Distribution offices to feed it with resources. No electronics this time, we won't need them. Or like electrical components, I guess. And then we have to set up a microbus route to deliver workers to it. I would like to start the settlement if possible. So we can reuse the microbuses basically. Technical service for small waste should deliver the waste to this storage. Oh no, that's the construction office. Technical service has its own storage here. But we haven't built it yet, I guess. We'll copy the assignments for now. I think that construction office I'll leave. That's good for footpath construction. But you need to be assigned to a gravel source, so I did forget about you. I guess you can use the gravel storage that is closer to the customs house. Very nice. That's a good amount of workers in here. It's almost a quarter. There were some escapes. I might have to set up another house here. Running the rail construction office plus the prison is going to be challenging with the amount of workers we have. Still don't know why they... Did I set one up to go to the bus stop? No, I set one up to go to other buildings, and that one is partially sending people to the bus stop, which is useful. But yeah, I would like to start the other settlement, so we have another source of workers. We don't need to bring workers here by microbus, and we can instead bring them to the rail construction office. They're basically heating this area right now for no real reason. That pause before workers. Yes. It's getting really warm here. Again, stupid summer. Not really, no. Okay. Make your way to a depot. Load vehicle, unload vehicle, and then you can go back to your building after. Isn't the German government pushing for heat pumps though? They should help with the heat now. What heat pumps? Do you mean geothermal energy? Heat sinks would be nice, I guess. Okay, that's our rail construction vehicle. It needs electricity, right? I forgot about the electricity. And it needs fuel and workers. Hello, says Francis Brimstone. Thank you very much for the follow. And welcome to the stream. I think I'll just hook this up to the border. This rail construction office is going to be temporary for like a few decades, but yeah, I don't want to drag a power line to our other transformer right now, and this is going to be sufficient because we're not going to have our own power production Probably ever. It depends on the power price, I guess. But, like, we could have a coal mine with our own workers going into a coal power plant. That wouldn't be too bad. Alright, we need fuel. We need gravel. And we need anything but electronic components. So you need to not be assigned. I need to assign you instead. Just wood. Just boards and steel. No prefab panels, no bricks right now. Don't have any tunnels planned. No track with prefab panels either. They drill a well and run water to moderate house temp with it. Okay. So water cooling. I thought a heat pump would just, like, transfer heat through an element, but this sounds like they would pump cold water from the ground and then cool the house, and I don't know if they would dump the warm water back where they pumped it out of. GEG. Okay, that is very German. Building energy law, basically. Yeah. %, reconstruction, and let's try for machine replacement too. Our settlement is susceptible to a death spiral from crime. We have tested that. Well, it's 3 words. It's building energy law. Ideally, we will build out to the customs house, switch to our EDK or both rail construction vehicles, and then hopefully I don't want to manually sell the small rail construction vehicle, but I should get the EDK going sooner rather than later. I guess I shouldn't. We're going to use the small rail construction vehicle as long as possible. And then the EDK can stand in here and not take any wear, which is good, because as soon as I pull it out of the customs house, it would start taking wear and tear. It would be really nice to have a train already running. Doesn't have to have a lot of train cars, it would make the export very efficient. It would free up the stress at our customs house so that our construction vehicles can pick up from there again. And it might actually give us a profit, because it is quite a lot of lumber. Once the substation is done, we need to bring workers down here. One, maybe two microbuses. I'll use this one first. Might be doable with one. But we need the electricity. One more delivery of asphalt. And the rest of the resources are not at the customs house, they can bring them down here very easily. 45 workers, and we're in business. The depot and the train diesel station might be relocated at some point further into the map, but right now I think they're going to be in a very good space. And we can also use our repair station for train repairs. This is not terribly placed. This will be useful even if we have to rework this area. We could connect it from the other direction. I think there's enough space for that. So, but this connection from here is also reworkable in case we have to. So ideally we'll build out to this and then stop here, build towards the customs house, get the ADK going. For resource deliveries, all from within our republic, and it should be set up. Okay, just the electronic components. No road trains, so we need a bunch of workers, but that also shouldn't be a problem. Could use some spaces? Nah, that's not very German. You didn't put a space, like the English language didn't put a space in kindergarten either when they stole it. So I think you'll be I think you'll be fine having a few less spaces in some words. Next time I think we'll see the first export train. I don't think we're gonna finish one today. I plan for like at most another half hour for this stream. I might be back later today. I do have a very strange game called Plutocracy that has like 70 viewers on Twitch, like followers of the category, that I would like to stream. Spaces are not efficient use of ink and paper is correct. That's also why we talk so quickly, because it leaves no spaces in between the words while talking as well. If you can talk very quickly, then it's basically the same thing. This is so janky. I like it. This limits our train length to like 100 meters in the beginning. 110 meters. Otherwise the train can't go like from the depot into the station and then do a right-hand turn. It would get stuck on the switch. Well, that's okay. With 2-3 train cars, it's going to be able to export loads more than the trucks ever will. We have electricity. Fuel will be delivered, and we'll send out the microbus for workers. All of our logging camps are currently not running because our export is hanging so badly. Rhubarber, barbar. That's not a word. That's this rhubarb combined with, well, I don't know if I should talk about it. The rail construction is happening. During winter, we might need 2 microbuses to make it run consistently. Oh, you went back to the depot. Well, that is not a thing. You must continue running, please. But yeah. Build all the way to the end of this line, turn around, build to the customs house, and then continue building up this way. And at some point in between that time we can bring out the EDK, hopefully build up to the depot, and here we need to finish everything we have started. Customs house connection to the storage, and the connection to the depot and the train diesel station. After that we could run the rail line. Well, you did not write that. And barber is not a German word, that's an English word. Barbaren is German, that's true. But you also did not write that. I feel deceived. It's an awesome tongue twister. Is that like Scottish people who can't say, what was it? Purple burglar alarm? There was like a funny video on YouTube about that. People trying to say purple burglar alarm and they got really confused. Yes, we do love compound words, that is true. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Okay. Oh, first train track, guys. First train track being built after 5 years. 5.5 years. It's gonna take a while, but we have 2 road crossings that will be like a little bit dangerous because of the slow train. Once we get to this point, we will have access to the EDK and it should be fine. She sells seashells by the seashore, yeah. And the other problem is that the worker deliveries go by the same road that the rail construction vehicle is currently blocking, so there's that too. Oh, this is painful. Maybe I should use a larger bus. Maybe I should. That way we have a chance of getting more workers, so each delivery allows the rail construction vehicle to go further and be less of a nuisance. Oh man, this is painful. Signals would help too. Not right now, no. If the vehicle is on the road, then signals wouldn't help. They're working as long as they have workers. I'm gonna call the vehicle back. No, you're gonna stay inside here. Let the other vehicles do their thing. Stay inside. No. Stop. Nope. 1 more hour. Stop. If I get like 5 or 10 workers here in one go, then we can go across and like finish a lot of road construction basically. But right now it's painful if I get like 2-3 people. Everything is fine, everything is fine. No need to worry, nothing to see here. Just a teleporting rail construction vehicle. The other option would be to run the rail construction with workers from the customs house, because then we would have no issues whatsoever. We could just run the microbus back and forth. I might do that. Like, I think that would be worth the expenses. But let's see how fast it is with the new bus first. How many people we pick up every now and then. I should set it up so that the bus waits until it at least picks up 1 worker. Yeah, that's not good enough. We have too much stuff here. Go to the customs house, wait until you pick up 1 person, and then bring them to the rail construction office. Put a free bus stop on the other side of the rail crossing. Well, at some point we're gonna be here and then here. It's okay. If we get enough workers here, we should be fine. We just have to get past this once, and we can do that with foreign workers, it's okay. But yeah, I think using foreign workers for this is not. It's gonna be fine. Like a few thousand rubles to speed things along. You wanted to make sure it's not cold, not just cold in this gulag. What? What does that mean? I'm confused. You have them bad traffic too. That's all because, oh, well, because of the temporary setup and everything. It's fine. I need those workers. You bet workers could walk the distance across all 3 crossings? Yes. Probably. I don't want to relocate the demolition office right now. We'll just have to be patient. They could. They could. It's just that the high voltage line is above it. If I had room here, I could build it here and they could walk to it. It's just like I don't want to relocate the demolition office now because I'm lazy. Plus they would take a longer time walking down here, and the bus bringing them all the way is like more efficient slightly. It's only 2 more times when this will happen, and the bus route to the customs house is gonna make it not a problem. Because it will be fed with workers during that time. It's not even blocking this junction, see, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I like the ground texture for the removed grass. It looks very rocky. But yeah, I don't want to run out of money, so I guess we'll take out our first loan. Don't want to run out of money when it's 0 degrees. Let's buy the train cars already. Cargo wagon, stake cars, open hull cars. I think 2 of them will be enough. That's 134 wood. That's a really short train. And then the other EDKs will become available 1967, was it? Not the EDK, the pig locomotives. 67. So we'll have to get another one first. I'll grab one as well. Just keep building this way. We might be able to get the EDK. Yeah, once all of this is done, the EDK should be able to move through here and then return into the rail construction office. We'll stop on this point and then, yeah, that's fine. Definitely gonna have wood exports next time, which means our logging industry will work a lot more efficiently. Wood price doesn't look too bad. Looks very nice. Gravel. Holding, but could also start going up, I don't know. We'll have to start the new settlement next time. We have to get enough people to move in that everyone is happy enough to move into a new settlement. Fill up our existing houses with population. Start the new settlement and plan for the construction of the sawmill, which might not happen next time. I would probably start building the train tracks towards it. I just want to see how this settlement behaves in regards to helping us feed more, getting a little bit more controlled crime into our republic. It is out of range of police stations for sure. This might already be long enough. Well, if this would count as track. Yeah, that's long enough. So I think it might already work for the EDK. Nope, not yet. Oh right, because we haven't built this one yet. Duh. What a terrible junction. Probably better to run it like down this way and then follow this and go up here into the logging camp area. So have it run across the junction where no train should be parked. Diagonally through here, down this way and connect here. And then we would get rid of this section, I guess. Strategically placed waypoint definitely make the track enough. Yes, I'll just let it finish. The construction train, once it moves out of the customs house to the rail construction office, will turn around on its own. It doesn't need a waypoint to do that. This function junction. Sort of, yeah. This is the beauty of reworking things in workers and resources, I guess. I wanna try it. Always demolishing things and reworking them to be better. I think this will probably like be for domestic consumption, so we might have a gravel processing plant here. We could still run it with like prisoners, but don't really need to because the clothing factory will eat up all the prisoners in the area. Go towards the customs house after this. Building up to the depot, I will wish that I have an EDK, I think. But I can't force it unless I sell the other rail construction vehicle, which I don't want to. It's still useful. And plus, if we have a pig locomotive, we can attach it and sell it at the customs house. So I don't have to spend any money on getting rid of it. I don't like it. I would rather have a curved road, I think. Unfortunate. There we go. Maybe run it through the junction so your trains aren't shorter. This is a temporary setup. As I said, in the future the trains will arrive on this side with a long enough train track to... and this will just be the exit route. So there will be a loop off of this line into this area. Yeah, now for temporary usage, it's gonna have to be that way. Yeah, I already planned the area out here to let the trains arrive from this side, off of this line somehow, bring it up the hill from both directions, and then wait here, out of the way, and then just leave through this area. But not in the beginning. In the beginning I would just want to set it up as quickly as possible, I guess. I think we will need another housing block. can reach everything. Not the repair station for some reason, but we can make that work too. One extra house. Yeah, I think we can build that easily. Well, not necessarily. We're now over half capacity already. So we'll have to monitor our heat water tanks and our internal temperature of the buildings carefully. Mostly like during December, January, when it gets really cold. That's gonna be the time to check that. We're not going to build this train track. Oh no, we are. We're building all of this. Do you have the workshop prison buses? No. I only have vanilla items in the game. I think that's going to be the last house for the area. It is also pretty close to the heating plant. That's fine. What is the transit time tolerance for prisoners? It's very high. The problem is that if they are waiting inside the prison to be picked up for work, their work time already goes down. So you can see that their work shift is already at 40 minutes. They don't lose work shift while being transported, but they lose work time while waiting inside the prison. So the next person will have a different time. They have already 48 minutes of their work shift spent. Oh yeah, you can see the travel time is pretty slow. Similar to like workers. I have a lot of time. 1 hour 14, 1 minute, 0 minutes, 0 minutes. So these ones we picked up pretty well, but the first one already waited an hour. That's why I have so many prison buses running back and forth. To reduce the downtime, to minimize the time that they are not working. Well, I will have to take a break for today, for now. But as I said, I might be back in a few hours. Maybe not. If not, then I'll stream the plutocracy game tomorrow. After Workers and Resources. I think tomorrow is going to be more Workers and Resources, because I think this might solve our money situation. Because we can produce wood rather effectively, and it is kind of expensive. But yeah. For now, thank you very much for watching. I will raid you forward to... let's see... more workers and resources, I would assume. Let me check something. They are okay to be raided. They are playing with a weird... Oh no, that looks like a super weird mod. I don't know what's going on there. The UI is not readable at all. I think we're just gonna raid Project 7, I guess. So yeah, as I was saying, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back tomorrow, very likely. Oh wait, yeah, we're raiding Project 7. I tried Rubber Duck yesterday, but couldn't because he was AFK, so I raided Project 7 already. We're raiding Project 7 again, it's fine. Oh, follow or subscriber only chat. Wish you were on today, you could send it my way, yeah. Could do that, but you are not, so I can't. Maybe next time. Have a good rest to your Thursday afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Take care everyone, all the best, and as always, maybe I'll see you next time.